Yes, there we are. Hello, Dan. How are you
Oh,
doing?
very well. It's fantastic to be here. What's happening?
Well,
Why am
Dan,
I here?
I'm in your city right now, and you are in my room right now.
Yeah,
So it's
that-
wonderful.
That's good news. That's good news. It's great to see you here in London. I can't remember the last time we've talked, of course, in between. But when was the
I
last
think
time we
I think
met?
the last time we met was in this tournament in
In
Scotland.
Scotland.
Yes,
Of course.
in
I
2019.
know. Wow, that
So
was
it's been
mad.
5 years.
No, it's crazy. Yeah, too long. But we've chatted in between.
Yes.
Yeah.
How are you doing, Dan?
I'm doing really well. As you can see, I'm feeling very smart today. I'm in a very smart hotel,
Yes.
so I have to dress up. And I'm giving a talk a little bit later. So I've got my best, I've got my best suit here. You can't see it, but I'm looking unusually smart.
Wow.
So there we are.
You always do. You always do.
Oh,
Right?
come on. No, but this is great to be here, and I'm very excited, and um, I'm really interested to look at the games. I mean, frankly, I've had a really busy day. I had a meeting in town, and so I wasn't able to follow what was happening in the games this morning. So give me a quick recap of what happened this morning. Do we have time for a very
Yes,
quick recap?
I would love to do that, but in the chat, everyone's asking me, why did Kosteniuk resign?
What?
And I'm a little bit curious here because they just played 5 moves.
A6. A6, it's a killer move.
No, come on.
A6, Saga. White's game is in its last throws.
But isn't that Kosteniuk there, sitting there? She's playing, very much so.
She's playing.
She's playing, guys. So
Yeah.
I think there's a mistake, which will be sorted out. Maybe we'll figure out how to get that rolling, or the arbiters will have a look. So it's clearly not the game has not ended.
A6. Well, Tony Miles,
Yes.
a good Englishman, who played 1A6
With Anatoly Karpov.
and crushed him. European Team Championship. This was a high point in English chess, of course. Tony was, for those of you who don't know, Tony Miles was England's strongest player in the 1970s. I think we can say that. Till certainly round about 1980, probably England's strongest player. And this game against Karpov, of course, was celebrated. But Nodirbek has played the delayed A6.
Yes.
Not as strong.
It's not as strong as first move A6.
No. Well, it doesn't have the same effect.
Yes.
Yeah, the same surprise effect.
Now they call this something like the Tigers
Yes.
Modern, or that name after Tiger Hilap Pearson.
Of course, yeah. But to be serious for a moment, this is actually an incredibly sharp variation where White can play knight f3 and e5, bishop d3 and e5 very, very quickly, and Black will advance with b5. And I've looked at these positions a little bit, and these kind of positions can turn on one move. So I'm anticipating a really good fight here. My only surprise is that Kosteniuk played f4, which of course is a really, really sharp move. There are far quieter, maybe more solid ways to play this position. f4 is really going for it. So, I admire her spirit. I think that's great.
Yeah. I'm just hoping that this is the opening that was played in the game and they have not sort of given the moves wrong, because it's a game which we will get to. But Dan, as you said, you wanted a small recap of what just happened.
Just a quick one.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also maybe a few people have just joined in right now who might not know what this tournament is all about. So let me tell you all what this is. So this is the WR chess, and the format is 16 players knockout. All rounds should be played with 2 game matches. So this is the second one for the day. And in case of tie breaks, the rapid bidding Armageddon shall be played. And this is the tree that we have here. So Arjun beat Bodhana on board 1. Vidit beat Topalov on the second board. Anand and Shreyas Royal drew their game against each other.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Yes.
I'm very excited to see the critical moment there.
Yes. So that one, and then Pragg and Bologan, Pragg won.
Yeah.
Abdusattorov lost to Kosteniuk. That was the upset of the day.
I mean, that's unbelievable because, I mean, Nodirbek Abdusattorov is a class act.
Yes.
I mean, absolute class. So for Kosteniuk to win, that's incredible.
That's huge, actually. That was the upset of the day. And Sindarov, MVL, they drew.
Okay.
And Firouzja beat Vaishali. And Maghsoodloo lost to Raunak. So that was the second mini upset, you could say.
Mini upset, yeah. I mean, Maghsoodloo, of course, he's a class act. But Raunak, not so far behind.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's almost 2650.
Yeah.
And so this is about the pairings, and this is the second game going on. And the time control of this event is very, very interesting because there is 60 minutes for 30 moves, 30 minutes for next 20 moves, and 30 minutes for remaining, like the rest of the game with no increment. So there can be like this time scrambles on 3 occasions in the game.
Yeah. No, that's great fun. And I like it that there's no increment. I know that's a bit controversial because these days the increment is kind of standard, of course, in tournament chess.
You could just come in so that people can see. I want people to see you well. Yeah, that's good. And even if they can see me half, that's better. Yeah.
No, that's great. No, I think it's really interesting to play without the increment. For me, that makes things so much more exciting, you know.
And by the way, if it is 1-1, Dan, then we go to the Armageddon, where it's 10 minutes per side, but you have to bid for the black pieces.
Okay.
And the one who bids the lowest will get black pieces with draw odds.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's how this is. And just so that people know the schedule, it's 2 classical games every day with the Armageddon at 10 p.m. And tomorrow will already be quarterfinals, day after tomorrow semis, and on the 17th will be the finals. These are all the 16 players who are taking part here. And I think it's a gathering of very nice players.
But we should say those times. 10 a.m. UK time.
Yes. Oh, yes.
And then...
Oh, yes.
And then 5 p.m. UK time as well.
Yes.
So I don't know, what 4.5 hours?
4.5 hours, yes. In India
Mumbai.
right now it's 10 p.m.
Yeah. Exactly.
But okay, I'm going to put you in a spot here.
Oh no.
Dan.
Oh no. Oh no.
Choose the winner. Your favorite to win this event.
Arjun.
Arjun.
Yes.
Wow.
Arjun. I think so. He's just on flying form at the moment. I mean, really, he's just outstanding. With my second place, Ali Reza Firouzja.
Okay.
I think Ali Reza, you know, particularly because this is, it's classical chess, but it's quite a fast time control. So I think he excels at those. But for me, Arjun and then Firouzja.
Nice. I think you chose the 2 strongest, informed players right now.
Very controversial, my selection. Not at all. Yeah, I've just picked the top 2 guys. I back a winner.
Okay, so let's check the game between Vishy, because you said this is a very interesting one between him and Shreyas. And by the way, for the chat, they are all very happy that you are here. Many of them couldn't believe that, wow, Daniel King is here. What a treat. And watching Daniel King since 2005 and so on. So there are a lot of people here who are your fans.
Well, that's really, really nice. And hi, everyone in Chess-Based India land. No, it's really nice to be back. And to be honest, this is a complete surprise for me. Probably for you too.
That you are here.
Well, I've been away and I just dropped in to say hi to you.
Yes.
And I didn't realize I was going to be on the broadcast, and I've got to go very soon. But anyway, it's really nice.
No. I'm so happy that we could at least do this for like 15-20 minutes or half an hour, and Dan was here just for a few minutes and very kindly agreed to join the broadcast. So it's amazing. So right now, Vishy had a very, very tough first game, I would say, because he was almost on the verge of winning. I can just show you that moment as well. Then this was
This is where you're going to put me on the spot. Yeah.
like you did did with me for years through your video courses.
Oh, I see. The boot is on the other foot now. I see.
But it was, I thought it was, so Vishy won a pawn.
Yeah.
And he was pressing and pressing, and at some point he managed to break through here, and it was looking great. It was like +4 now, already clearly in control. And here he missed a big win. White to
really?
play. Yeah,
Okay.
white to play.
Wow.
And guys, you can also try. Akash says, "Hi King, I'm playing King's Gambit only after watching your video."
Oh, good man. Do you know, I was actually analysing a really tricky variation of the King's Gambit the other day. Okay, see if you can follow this, guys.
Okay. Should I make them? Okay, blindfolded.
Blindfold.
Okay.
So E4, E5, F4, King's Gambit. Bishop C5, declined. Knight F3, the normal move. And then D6 is standard, but instead of D6, D5 for black.
Okay.
This is incredibly sharp. It's not played very often. Someone came up to me who had also looked at my King's Gambit download and said, "Oh my God, what do I do about D5?" And I kind of went, "I don't know." I had to be honest and say, well, I hadn't analysed it. And white should be better, but my goodness,
The complications are immense.
Off the scale. Off the scale. So anyway, maybe I should do a little update or something on that.
Wonderful.
But I don't know. It's really interesting.
On the Power Play Chess channel.
Maybe on the Power Play Chess channel. You see, that's great. I love that.
Okay.
I've been stalling for time, of course.
You were thinking. Well,
I've been stalling. Okay, so white to play. Well, I mean, the one thing. I mean, okay, I'm a little bit confused about this because is white not just breaking through here somehow?
Exactly.
So can you not play? I mean, if you
Rook
play
G6.
here, rook G6, and it's
Game
going
over.
it's going to be check and then
Mate.
double checks and it's mate because the king is on G5.
Yes. And that's what. It was
This is
game over. Yeah.
Unbelievable.
And Vishy missed it. And that too, he had 19 minutes here.
Really?
Yes. And I was very surprised that he just pushed the pawn. And then Shreyas was very alert and he gave this check now. And the same thing. Yes, you get the pawn, but now there's no mate because the king no longer controls the square. So,
Yeah.
So it was quite.
I mean, that's, for me, that's shocking. I mean, it shows that Vishy obviously isn't, he's not playing regularly. Maybe just a little bit too casual. It just shows that you cannot let up for a moment in serious chess. You have to be on it, focused the whole time. But I'm okay. That's incredibly surprising.
Yeah, I agree with you. It was very surprising for me as well. But now Vishy has a tough task because he's black against Shreyas. And I guess he's got a pretty decent position out of the opening.
I mean, it looks kind of comfortable for both sides. I know Vishy has played the Slav for years. One of his most reliable openings, I would say. And this looks okay. One thing I would say is I looked in some detail at Shreyas Royal's games from the British Championship where he made his final Grand Arsenal.
And became UK's youngest GM.
At the age of 15 years. Of course, in India, he's an old man.
But I feel like with the pandemic, 15 is a very good age. Like before pandemic, perhaps 12, 13 was it. But now if you do it at 15, because even in India, you can see of late, kids haven't been able to make GM title at the age of 12, 13 anymore. Like Pragg, Nihal, all of them did it. But there are no new ones.
Okay, that's really interesting. So there's a development gap, basically.
I feel so.
Well, what I was going to say about Shreyas is that looking at his games in the British Championship, I felt that he's very well schooled. He's very well prepared. It's clear that he's had a lot of excellent coaching and he's absorbed that really well. So I feel that he's quite a solid player. I don't see him. I don't see him playing the King's Gambit for a start. He's not this kind of player. So, with White, he has a really solid setup here. I think Vishy is absolutely fine as well, of course. But, I don't see him making really unorthodox moves.
Right.
He wasn't doing crazy
I
stuff
think
like me.
he's not from the English school of chess somehow. Like not the one where, there were these guys who loved Gropri and Trompowsky and all of that.
And A6.
And A6.
Yeah, seriously.
Really, A6 is from... Tony Miles.
With Tony,
true,
yeah.
True.
But actually, not just A6. I think of Jonathan Spielman playing B6.
Yes, C4, B6.
C or C4, B6.
Right.
Like Tony Miles and Jonathan Spielman. I used to play like this. My results with C4, B6 or D4, E6, C4, B6. I don't know if you're following that, folks.
That's English defense, right?
English defense. My results for this were crazy against the right opponent. Miles and Spielman also had very good results.
They would choose their opponents against whom to play.
Exactly. And you're prepared to do something very risky because you're really giving up the center. When Miles started playing like this, he crushed really strong players. Or, okay, let me say a certain level of Grandmaster just below the top. And, well, Raymond Keane at that time was also, he wasn't playing so much, but he analysed this with Korchnoi, and Korchnoi used it to defeat Pologaevsky in the candidates match.
Oh.
This is
okay.
Fantastic. So when Korchnoi,
new idea for a video course from you, yeah? English defense.
It's really interesting. But coming back to the point with Shreyas, I don't see that kind of slightly unorthodox risk taking. It seems to me he's a sound strategist, and I think we can see that with this very regular pawn structure.
Right.
That's not a bad thing. But to me, it's a mark of someone that hasn't gone his own way completely, but is a good pupil. Does that make sense?
Very interesting, yeah. Which means that he is kind of absorbed a lot of knowledge from everywhere, but it's not a lot that he could sort of...
It's not self-development.
It's not okay.
And when you self-develop, of course, that means you make lots of mistakes and you have these flights of fancy and try some mad opening. It might work, it might not. You become a risk taker. But I don't see that with his opening repertoire. But I also see someone with incredible grit who keeps fighting to the end. Well, very interesting. He's just played E4, so he's claiming the center.
Nice. And this is actually something which I've seen these days in the youngsters, that they do not get overawed by legends or by great players. They just... Earlier, I would think, like, if someone was facing Vishy maybe back in 2010 or someone young, they would at some point get nervous. But I think nowadays it's like the youngsters are much more confident. They believe in themselves much more.
Yeah. No, I think that's absolutely right. And I think having a very sound opening repertoire also gives you confidence.
True.
And a lot of, back in the day, pre-computer, when I was playing professionally, of course, a lot of my opening repertoire was, self-constructed. And actually, to be honest, quite poor. It just was.
Right.
Because I didn't have a coach. I was maybe lifting things from other players. Like, you look at the great players and you think, wow, that's a great system. But you have to judge that yourself. I was playing stuff which nowadays I'd think, well, why did I select that opening? If I'd had someone who said, don't touch your F pawn, it would have saved me a lot of time.
True.
But also, maybe it's a learning process too. So, I learnt organically, okay, don't go crazy with your kingside pawns.
Right.
It's hard to say which is better. What I do know is the kids now have so much access to knowledge that they can learn so quickly and make progress very quickly. That's great.
Right. And talking about kids, here's one more kid on our screen.
Incredible. Yeah.
The 9-year-old Bodhana.
Bodhana.
And she being here is already a wonderful thing for, just the viewers. She's facing Arjun.
Yeah.
She didn't really put up a very big fight in the first game. But I think the second game has already shaped up quite better than the first one. And she has gone for a very stable, steady setup. A3 and then A4. So
yeah, that's a little bit surprising.
And then E5, and we reached this position right now.
Okay. I mean, I think black would be pretty comfortable here because I don't see that white has any particular advantage in space. I mean, a little bit with the pawn on d4, but black has gained some nice space on the queen side. Black has developed very nicely. It's roughly level. I would say the only problem is this bishop on d3 is not very good. It's rather blocked in.
Right.
And, if you compare it with black's bishops, I think, although the bishop on b7 at the moment is blocked in some ways I think it has more potential than the bishop on d3, actually. But we're getting very technical. Listen, it's very early days.
Yeah.
Black would be comfortable, and white is comfortable as well. It's no big deal. But yes, Bodhana, my goodness. I mean, do you know what? She's very good at blitz. Her results in blitz, I mean, I'm not talking online blitz, but over the board blitz, are pretty extraordinary. She performs far better than her classical rating, actually. And she's scary. Really?
Have you seen her playing blitz? Because I heard some people talking about her playing blitz, and they said she is plays as well as maybe an IM or a GM.
She certainly had a few scalps, like an IM scalp. It's clear that she's tactically very, very sharp, and that she has this kind of instinct for tactics and can just appraise a position very quickly. I mean, that's obviously shows that she has extraordinary talent. So, I mean, let's see. She could go
all the way. Maybe the next
Gukesh against Bodhana.
Oh, nice. And also, I was recently at the Global Chess Festival in Budapest, Judith Polgar's festival, and there was a simul where they made teams, and I was in the same team as Bodhana.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And at that point, she would make a move, and then we would discuss. And there were a few other people, but we enjoyed discussing with each other. And I saw that she was making many positionally unsound moves often, but backed by tactical details.
Okay.
So,
she got away. She knew what she was doing.
She was actually very sharp. And I think that was helping her. She was making weaknesses, but I think her tactics are very strong.
Yeah. Which, that's really... Okay, so, yeah. It backs up kind of what I'm saying. That's interesting. Yeah.
So that's Bodhana for you. Any one or two more games, Dan, you would like to see, because you are also running short of time.
I'm going to have to go pretty soon.
Yes.
Okay, well, I mentioned Ali Reza and I mentioned Arjun. Should we just have a very quick look at their games? Oh, well, we just looked at Arjun. Let's just have a quick look at Ali Reza.
Okay, let's have a look at Ali Reza here. He is playing against Vaishali.
So he just needs a draw to go through.
Yes, but I feel that these players might not really want to draw their games. That's my feeling also, because the FIDE rating is at stake.
Of course, they're FIDE rated, yeah.
Yes, these are FIDE rated for classical chess.
Yes.
And I guess he would like to get the full point. But what do you think about Firouzja overall? It's such a amazing journey he has had. Firstly, the most talented youngster ever. Then Magnus calls him his sort of heir, or you can say the crown prince.
Yeah.
And then he gets a little bit distracted, talks about fashion designing and all, and then comes back now, is in top shape, competing, but then plays the candidates and sort of falls there. So, I guess he's in the zone, but he's not able to sort of strike at the right time. What's your thought?
I think the candidates came too soon for him, actually. As we know, he has an extraordinary talent. And yeah, I think, when he emigrated from Iran, I think there was a time where he was kind of adjusting to his new life and was sort of looking at all these interesting possibilities. And okay, I mean, this diversion into fashion I didn't really understand that. I didn't know whether he just liked wearing designer clothes or whether he was designing them. I still haven't got a straight answer for when I see his interviews.
I think both.
Both?
Yes.
Okay.
He likes to wear them, but also I think he has that mind which likes to design. I don't know if he designs it on his own or something, but he likes to think about it, I guess.
Okay. All right. But is that kind of in the past now? Or
I think so. Because whenever I asked him, like, what about your fashion designing? He's like, now chess.
Okay. I think we've yet to see the best of him, which I find, very interesting for the chess world, very interesting for India, of course, because I think it's really important that India is going to be challenged.
Yes.
I mean, frankly, as we've seen in the Olympiad, the Indian team was absolutely dominant. But I think it's very important, for India's progress, that there are serious rivals to them. And Ali Reza could be potentially a serious rival for, potentially Gukesh. But it might not be Gukesh in the future. It might be an Indian world champion. It could be Arjun. It could be Pragg. Pragyanananda. Pronunciation.
Ooh, he does it better than every one of us. Yeah. How did you learn it?
Vishy told me.
Nice.
I wanted to get the correct pronunciation.
It's perfect. Yeah.
And that's the Tamil is yeah.
The Pragyananda.
Pragyanananda.
Even Pragg has kind of stopped saying, he says, my name is Pragnananda, because he realizes that not everyone can understand that. So but there are certain purists who every time scold me or rebuke me for just saying Pragnananda. It's Pragyananda.
And on my YouTube channel, I started saying Pragyanananda, and then everyone was saying, "Oh, come on, you can't even pronounce his name correctly." And I was going, actually, I name dropped.
Wow.
And I started going back to Pragnan, and now I've gone back to the correct Tamil.
Nice.
So
I think you will have a lot of people who will thank you for doing that.
Yeah, but there's still a lot of people that give me a hard time saying I can't pronounce it properly. Anyway, top players: Arjun, Pragg, obviously Gukesh. Yeah, I mean, they could be absolutely dominant. So I think it's really interesting for the chess world and for India that Ali Reza, I think, could be absolutely matching them. I mean, the next candidates tournament is going to be extraordinary. Yeah. It really is.
Absolutely. And very well said there that India needs its players who can fight against them.
Yeah.
But we just went from Bodhana's game for like couple of minutes and the position has changed entirely. Like we left it off here. She took and suddenly played this, which was a massive blunder, a tactical error. And maybe it's a good moment for our viewers to think what is the reason. This is beautiful. This is so beautiful.
Okay, this is textbook. This is amazing.
Okay, guys, let's make a move because Arjun already played this. And let's say the king goes to the side. And how does black win now?
Wow. You can choose your poison. What's the chat saying?
Well, they are all... Okay, Arjun basically chooses first to take...
Yeah, that's okay.
Guys, the bars will be put up in a bit. I will put up the bars. But first here... Yeah, people are coming to this. The right answer. Aditya, Abhinav, Anuj, Saugata, Yogaraj. Well done, guys. Thank you, Rakshit, for sending the links. Yeah, knight g4 is what they want to do.
Absolutely. Good move.
But this is such a... I think Bodhana just missed it.
Yeah, I mean, I feel very sorry for her, actually. You know, we were just talking about, of course, it's the commentator's curse again. We were talking about her tactical prowess, and I'm afraid she's overlooked, you know, tactic 101. As we can all see, there's going to be a fatal check on f2.
But let's say I go... Because I'm afraid of a smothered mate.
Exactly.
So I need to control this square somehow. And there's queen f4 and h4. Let's say I come here. But then I lose my queen
Knight
to
h3, yeah.
to a check. But what if I come queen h4?
Queen h4. Okay, so let's
And I
start with a check.
Yeah.
Okay, just take the bishop.
Yes. And maybe then you take this pawn at the very
okay,
least.
let's come back again. Let's come back again. Let's
Good technique.
let's have some fun. And now we can think again. Well, worst case we can take on e4 and then come back again. We can do a seesaw.
And we can never go to f1, right? Or it's possible.
It's possible.
Because I could also start here with going to f1 here. Check, king here, knight d3, king f1.
Okay, yeah, you could do. Okay, so we take on b2. Yeah.
And then you are 2 pawns up. I mean, you are 2 pawns up. So
good enough. But actually, if Arjun had gone the other way first, let's just have a quick look at that. If he played knight g4 instead of taking on a1.
Oh.
Is that possible?
So in check, king h1, and now this.
Yes.
Yes, it's also winning.
There's...
And now, but now if you take here, maybe there is this
okay.
queen dropping back to take
Okay,
here.
so all right, he takes on a1.
So first he takes. And I think if we look at the video that we have on our screens, Bodhana is of course quite shocked right now with this move. And it's unfortunate for her, but I guess for a 9-year-old, this is great learnings from today.
I hope so. I hope she's not too crushed by it. But listen, she's playing, you know, one of the world's greatest players. It was always going to be a tough call for her. Listen, Saga, thank you very much for inviting me on the stream. I've got to dash, unfortunately. Yes. I'm giving a talk in a moment. That's why I'm dressed up.
Where are you giving it? It's
at a little club not far from here. Little chess club not far from here. But anyway, listen, it was an absolute pleasure. And a quick hi to everyone on the chat. Really appreciate your comments. And, you know, hopefully I'll be in touch with ChessBase India before not too long anyway.
We are planning to do some stuff. But if you want to follow Dan's work, you should head over to Power Play Chess, which is his YouTube channel, where he puts at least, I think, Dan, a video a week. I think
it's about three videos a week.
3 videos a week.
Minimum.
Wow.
Minimum. Yeah. So do check that out if you've top quality chess. There we are.
Exactly. And there we have our mod putting in the link, guys. Please go there. And as Dan says, if you are a serious player and you are looking for improvement, this is a fantastic place to go to.
The mods, I appreciate that. That's really great. And well, listen, Saga, I should thank you last summer for pushing me over the 100,000.
That was one of my best memories. Yeah.
Well, for me too, because I really appreciate your support. You know, it meant a lot to me. I'm still not a very, very, very long way from the millions, but it really meant a lot to me.
I think more important than hitting the millions is those, you know, a few people out there who learn from it and then go on to do great things. And I think that is what you are inspiring. So, you know, it's not that you would hit millions is important, but there are so many others who are benefiting out of it.
Well, I really appreciate that. And like I said, to everyone out there in ChessBase India land, hopefully see you soon. So Saga, I'm going to say goodbye.
Thank you, Dan.
But thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm really going to dash now.
Yes.
I'm late.
Okay.
Take care, everyone.
Thank you for spending time. Guys, that was Daniel King, a grandmaster from England, one of the finest authors, trainers, commentators, and it was a pleasure. I've myself learnt a lot from him, and he was here. He joined me and I couldn't be more grateful. So thank you, Dan. See you. We'll be in touch. Okay, guys, I did something very, very nice just before this round, which was to make sure that there is no lag between us. Because this 15-minute lag was killing me. I couldn't talk to you guys, nor I could interact, and I was like, no, I need to make the videos delayed. I cannot have the chat delayed, you know. So that's the reason why we made the video delayed by 15 minutes, the board delayed, and that's how it's here. And meanwhile, Arjun Erigaisi takes the pawn. You can see him in action. And Rakshit, let me first get the bars here. Oh, you just gave me directly the bars. Yeah, that. Thank you, Rakshit. So that way I can. I have an easier life that way. Copy link. Let's see if I can get it. I don't know how I got it, but now I think I get it. Yeah! It's working. Let's see if we have another one. Hello, Silkam. Good to see you. I'm going to come to Meghalaya very soon, Silkam, and I'm looking forward to seeing you there. And now we have all the 8 bars. Show other games, guys. We're going to look at all the games. We're going to look at all the games. Googly says, Sagar bhai, giveaway kab karoge GCL wala? I'm going to do it soon. We're going to check on it. Who gave the right answer about the Triveni Continental Kings winning, and we'll do this. We already finished our giveaway from Olympiad. We found the winners. So, yes. Roltux says, hi there from Holland. Was Bodhana also playing during the Olympiad for England? Yes, Roltux. Exactly. Okay. Rohit Kumar says, Sagar, please give some hidden stories from your trip to London and people you meet. Well, yesterday's hidden story was I met Samay and I went to his show in London, and I'm going to make a vlog out of it. I'm going to put it up. Overall, as I was mentioning also to Daniel when he was here and others, it's like life has been very much integral to my travels. So it's no longer like, oh, I travel and I go back home, and that's like two different things. I'm just all the time on the go, meeting people, enjoying with them. So yeah, met so many interesting people and so many wonderful stories. But for now, we have some games to cover, and I want to just give you a small sort of overview of the overlay. We have the board here on your left of the screen. Above us is the live video that's coming from the venue. I'm in the same place there. Meanwhile, Arjun's game has moved ahead. Bodhana went queen h4, knight f2 on the board. And then I have myself the video here, and on my left here is the help chess widget where you can contribute to support Indian chess, the helpchess.org. And Sminil Mahajan has sent me a message, says, are you playing with Tanya tomorrow and check the India team? Are you preparing for it? Sminil, I'm playing, but I would have loved to prepare. Unfortunately, there's a lot of work to do related to what I'm doing, so I have to somehow find time for it, and I hope I will, but I am playing. Siddharth Ranadev, Sagar bhai, most monthly attendance. Siddharth bhai, thank you so much. Thank you. What is Check Day India? Well, it's a team tournament on chess.com that is there. Me and Tanya are playing against James Canty and Levi Rosman. Going to be a tough match tomorrow, but it'll be fun. Okay, so he's winning here. Let's now move on to the next board. We're going to go to the board of Vishy Anand next. Okay, Guys, let's go to the board of Vishy Anand and we're going to see how he's doing against Shreyas Royal. Rakshit says surely underdogs because of Canty and Levy both being about 2700 blitz on chess.com. Yes, I also got to know about Kirill Shevchenko. I read it on chess.com, this article. I have to read more in depth and understand it, what just happened. But yes, it was surprising on first look. But I hope that we'll get to know more. Meanwhile, the bars are gone. Okay, wait. They will come back because it's a different scene. So I think I've made a few scenes here. But I think I can bring back the bars everywhere. Here it's there. Here I will bring it back. Here it's there. Here I have it. Here I have it. All good, guys. Great. So for now, Vishy Anand seems to be in small trouble because first game ended in a draw. Second game, you can see his opponent wants to expand. Guys, if you want to expand in this position, what would you play? White to play. Rohit Kumar says, Sagar bhai, you have to beat Levy. Guys, I will try my best. We will try our best. Yes, Anshraj Dubey, Rakshit Singh. Amazing. Varun Nayak, Arjun Iyer, Hitesh Jena, Aryan Dhandha, Mukta Ghosh, Rahul Sahu. Well done. F4. Very good. And I think maybe Shreyas goes for it. Maybe it feels a little bit worrisome because you are keeping a lot of space in the position. But then again, let's say like here, I can already push even further and I like white's position. Okay, black is solid. Vishy can bring his knight here, which is looking at these squares. The bishop has opened up, but yeah, very interesting one. He doesn't play f4. You can see Shreyas being very careful, brings his rook to c1. He's a lot more careful here. It's time for us to head over to the game of Vidit Gujarati now. Vidit is playing against Vaishali Topalov. And this is the game. Oh, Himang says there are more things to focus on at the Spanish League. Arvind making strides at 2700 plus rating. Do check out his fantastic win against Tabatabai in round 1. Wow. It's amazing. Oh, did Arjun already win or what? He's winning, but I don't think he has won the game. So now let's go to Vidit's game. Vidit with the white pieces goes d4, d5, c4, c6, cd. Oh, Vidit. Brutal guy. First wins with black, then faces Topalov with white, plays the exchange Slav, takes away most of the excitement from the position. But then again, Vidit is known for his exchange Slavs. So takes, plays his knight to d2, bishop b4, a3, take here, rook c1, bishop e2, and we have the live board. And guys, what do you think has Vidit's biggest advantage here? Yes, doubled black pawns, bishop pair, absolutely. Doubled pawns. Also, look at Vidit's time, by the way. He's down to 26 minutes. And guys, Topalov is a big fighter. He has played at the World Championship matches. So you cannot underestimate him. And Vidit should be careful. Vidit should be careful. Anamika says, today for the first time, I played at OTB chess in college competition. Never thought loss in chess game will make me upset so much. Much love to you and to the beautiful community. Anamika, all the best to you. Keep fighting and it would be amazing. Shubham Waghadhare says, what is the tie break? Well, if it is 1-1, we will go into an Armageddon where white will have 10 minutes, black will have the bidding. Whoever bids the lowest time gets black and draw odds. So both players will bid for black. If someone doesn't want black, they would bid like 10 minutes itself. Someone will bid 8, they will get black and draw odds. Okay, castles here by Vidit. Vidit has a sound, solid position, has to take care of time, which he will. By the way, today Vidit achieved something very special. I hope you all know what happened. Does anyone know in the chat what did Vikram says? What if bids are same? They will do it again. Yes, he won 1 crore. Like I wanted to say it like Amitabh Bachchan, 7 crore. And he won a crore of rupees, which is basically 10 million Indian rupees, which is around 120,000 US dollars. It's a solid money for Vidit there, and I think he deserves it. He deserves it as someone who's been working hard, been giving it all his best all his life. So kudos to the Maharashtra government for doing this. Also 1 crore to Divya Deshmukh. That's also going to help her a lot in her chess journey. And Abhijit Kunte and Sankalp Gupta also got 10 lakhs each. Himang says he'll pay for his flights in his training camps. Yeah, that's what Anish tweeted. Anish says like, congrats brother or buddy, whatever, bro. But from next time onwards, the flights are on you. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Anish with his sense of humor, always very cool. So now, let's have a look at the game of Maghsoodloo and Raunak Sadhwani. Because this is a big one. With Raunak Sadhwani, this is Ali Reza and Vaishali, Arjun, Bodhana, and there we have Raunak. Because, Raunak managed to beat Maghsoodloo with black pieces. Never easy. And now with white, he is playing a very solid opening. Maghsoodloo going all out against him, trying to unsettle him. But Raunak is like, okay, I'm well prepared. I'm ready to trade stuff. And he has a good position here. So I like Raunak's position. But also, let's say, for example, Queen D1. If you play D5, I have 2 attackers, you have 2 defenders. So what is the most logical move here, guys? White to play. Thank you, Bharat Khandelwal. That's very cool. Yes, Apurva Kamble, Tanish, BDB, Aukhad, Mani, A3. Kick the knight so that if the knight goes away, you win this pawn. So black will also push the pawn. Now you can't take it because it's pinned, but you have to move it away like this. And yeah, it's interesting. This game can get very sharp, and I think Maghsoodloo just wanted that. Akshit says, love what you do for chess. Are people allowed to visit and meet players in World Rapid and Blitz planning to be in NY in December? Absolutely, Akshit, you should be there. I'm sure there'll be tickets that they will sell and you can be there. Okay. So yes, S. Ranjan, you are right that the rook is pinned here, so he cannot really take. But maybe his threat is to just move the rook. So yeah, d4 makes sense. Okay, so Raunak, good position, can win today. Let's put up a poll here for... I had put this up early in the today before in the previous stream. But let's try to see what we can put here. What should be the question? how many Indian players will get eliminated? I'm just doing it the other way around. 1, 2, after this round. Yeah, I'm asking you, not after 4. Let's start the poll. Let's see how many of you think, because there is Vishy, there is Vaishali, there is Pragg, there is Arjun, there is Vidit, and there is Raunak. Okay, let's go to the next one. Let's see who's here. We have MVL versus Sindarov. Looks like this match is going to head towards a draw, I feel. Because first game ended in a draw, second one also looks drawish. So then we will have the Armageddon here, which will be fun. Okay. Let's go to Pragg's game now. Pragnananda versus... I think we do not have Pragg's video, but we can see Pragg there. Maybe we can also look at him here, maybe. Yeah, there you have in the background, Pragg is playing. Pragg has the black pieces against Victor Bologan. And Victor plays d6. Now, I must tell you that I'm a big fan of Victor Bologan's Philidor. He had made a chess-based video course back in 2000, early 2000, like near 2010 or so. And I saw those videos and I played it extensively. It's even still part of my repertoire, the Philidor. And here he's played it a little bit differently, because in the Philidor you put your bishop on e7. Now he puts it on the other side, but it's fine. Pragg is just playing very solidly here. And I think the position is slightly better for white. Nothing spectacular. Guys, Arjun did not blunder. There is no way he blundered. He's winning. Look at the bar on the screen. We have Arjun Erigaisi at -4. So Bodhana did blunder. By the way, Vaishali having some serious edge, yeah? Goes knight g3. And all of a sudden, the engine does not like white's position. I'm a bit surprised, actually, to tell you the truth, because the knight does look good here. It defends this pawn. I don't know why. Yeah, it's fine, I think. Yeah, it's completely fine. On move 17, everyone says. Okay, let's see. You're saying on move 17, he blundered. But what did he blunder, guys? He just moved his knight here. This is known as tactics in chess. He took and now checked and then got the piece back. He actually played brilliantly, not blundered. Let's look at Arjun and Bodhana. So rook a8, Arjun offered a trade, takes, and now he's totally winning this. Now let's check out the game of Vaishali and Alireza. And there you see Vaishali, Alireza. Wow, Vaishali going on the offensive against Alireza. We saw it with Daniel King in the opening. It looked like around equal. She took bishop b4 and jumped in. I'm thinking to myself, guys, what happens if I take here? He could have very well taken this pawn because, this bishop is protected. So, yeah, I'm very surprised he did not do that. He, in fact, went knight d7. And now this looks like a nice position for white with pressure here. Yeah, looks good. Piyush says, how does it feel to commentate alone? Yeah, it felt quite weird when I was commentating alone without even the chat, but now I feel good. I have around 2,500 people with me here. Do like the stream, guys, please. And I think we are going to have a good time. That's always been the thing. Like, I do not enjoy doing it without a chat. And also at the Global Chess League, it was tough for me, doing it without a chat. Meanwhile, let's head to Vishy Anand versus Shreyas, and it has happened what we thought. F4 and E5. I was wondering to myself, guys, and a question to you: if I take here, rook takes and bishop E4, why is this a mistake? What is the winning move here for white? White to play. Yes, Apurva Kamble, well done. Shaibi Binoj, Aryan Behera, Aryan Dhandha, Arjun Iyer, Sundar Devanathan, Shivam Talwar, Megro, Bishop c5, and wins because I attack your rook and this. And if rook e8, now try to calculate someone is at the door, I need to check. It's done already. Yes. Yeah, the room was paid. No, everything is paid. Yeah. Here you just take it, and after queen takes, there is a very strong move now. White to play. Yes. Fantastic. Rook e3, and you win. So Vishy went rook e8, putting some more pressure here, getting out of this bishop c5 ideas later. E5, and now a good move, knight e7 by Anand. Anand has to be very careful here because his position looks a little bit passive, but I think he's getting back on track. His position is okay. Yeah, important moment actually in the game. Yash says, if Arjun wins, who will he face next? If Arjun wins, he will face Vidit mostly, because Vidit will win most likely against Topalov. And that will definitely give him more chance. Like Vidit versus Arjun is most likely. Okay. Okay, let's quickly get to Pragnananda's game against Victor Bologan. And Pragg is right behind there. Vishy Anand's board. Knight g3, rook b8, and bishop e3. I think Victor is playing well, but his time management has to be better, which he's doing. He has 28 minutes. He lost. I mean, he was lost in the previous game, but he also went very low on time. So this is good. Vidit is still playing right now. And let's have a look at Vidit's board. Just forgetting the numbers. Yeah, there we have Vidit. And in fact, Topalov has managed to put some pressure on Vidit. I think Topalov, a player of Topalov's caliber, does know how to play in must-win situations. I was thinking if queen takes e4 here, let's say queen d7, queen takes e4, black can go knight c3, bishop here, and now knight e2, queen e2. What is the winning move here for black? Piyush says, how can I give back to the chess community as a software developer? Well, there is chessranga.com which we are trying to build. Maybe you can help us with it. It's improving every day. Perhaps that is something, or helpchess.org is a website which requires certain developments. So if you could help us, would be very grateful. Bishop b5. Fantastic. Attacking here. And if the queen moves, you will lose the rook. Well done. So if you think about this position, Topalov very calmly is trying to avoid trades, and this is the secret of winning must win games. You don't really look for big advantages, you just put small problems for your opponent. Like for example, knight f5 is a threat now, or maybe at least attacking the queen. And Vidit has, Vidit, if he was completely fine here, he would not make mistakes, but because he is also like, oh, I'm quite close to winning and so on, can get a bit worried. We also head over to the game of Arjun with Bodhana. I think a very, very nice gesture from the organizers to invite Bodhana here. And while she had a tough time today, I'm sure that this learning experience will make her a very strong player. So knight comes here. Maybe now you just push. If you take, I take, you take, king takes, and then just bring the king out and win these pawns. Okay, Bodhana is basically trading off pieces, which is not particularly the best news for her. But yeah. What was the celebration on 2 million? Not much, yeah, guys. I've been very busy traveling from one tournament to another, having like immense number of hours that been doing work. Even when I'm not working, it's all about meeting people and so on. So yeah, haven't gotten the time, but was thinking that on 18th to do a meetup here in London. If the weather is good, maybe we'll check if we can do that. Himang says, also remember Surya's advice after winning Bangkok Open, winning a must-win game against Bobby Chang in final round. He said to pose critical problems in the 4th hour. Exactly. And there you have it. Bodhana captures everything. And Arjun says, one pawn is all I need. One pawn is all I need. One pawn. And winning here. So Arjun will advance to the next round. For all those who are curious, who is it that Arjun will face in the next round? Well, here it is. If Arjun wins, he will face the winner of Topalov Vidit. And right now, it does feel that Vidit is the most likely candidate to win against Topalov. But then you never know. Yeah, games can go in any direction. So let's just switch here back to action. And there you see Vidit versus Topalov. Now, Vidit pulled his queen back and Topalov has to decide. Now, knight can jump here. Knight can jump here. Also, bishop can jump out and offer a trade, which is kind of sacrificing the pawn here, but not really, because after take, this is hanging. Megro says, Sagar, a little help from you, not me, but Benjamin. Could you please help him get the live feeds of the venue? I think, Megro, a good idea is to write to the organizers here. I think WR Chess is the official website. And over there is an email ID and contact. And if they contact, and maybe then the organizers can take a look and decide. So I think that would be the best way, in my opinion. Rakshit says, I'm tempted to play my pawn up the board. Yes, quite possible that he plays this, but when you push your pawn, you have to be careful that a knight jumps in and then the bishop is a little soft. So you have to be careful. Can we look at Vaishali's game? Let's have a look at what Vaishali is doing right now. Vaishali versus Firouzja. After knight d5, knight d7, Vaishali went knight e1. Wow, what a move. She's actually coming into d3 to attack the bishop and also to cover the square. And so if you play bishop c5 here, white has a very strong move. Can you think about it, guys? White to play. Very nice move, actually. Very, very nice. And can be missed. And a very good idea by Vaishali to play knight e1. Yeah, there's something very strong here. Yes, Fahad Haq. Well done. Queen g4. This move, too good. Because if you go, like I'm attacking here, even if you take this, I'll take your pawn. So g6. And now bishop here. Very important move. And if you play f6, now there are many, many ways to win. Maybe the easiest is to give a check and win it. So here, definitely Firouzja has some questions to answer. And in fact, Vaishali's health wasn't the best yesterday. She was actually taken to a doctor, but she's now completely fine. And you can see her fighting spirit. She's back. She's giving her all. And this is just goes to show what a fighter is, because she could have easily taken her name out of the tournament. No one would have questioned her. She's like, I want to play. I want to play. Everyone's like, let's go and check Arjun's cam because the game has just ended. Yeah, let's have a look here. There you have it. Arjun Arigaisi beats Bodhana, and 2-0 win for Arjun, which does not come as a surprise because he's around 700 elo points above his opponent. But I believe that Bodhana will grow out of this into a stronger player. She would have learnt a lot from Arjun. Just the fact that she sat opposite her. Like, if I think about it, when I was Bodhana's age in 1999, world number 3 would have been, I think, there was Kasparov, Kramnik, and Anand, maybe. I think that might be how it is. So, yeah, to play against Anand back then when I was 9 is what Bodhana got an opportunity here with Arjun. So, great. Well played, Bodhana. Yeah, well fought. Now, going to Vidit's game. After Queen F4, there is no move yet from his opponent. But look at Vidit's time. Just 15 minutes left for 10 more moves. Okay, guys, just taking a 1 minute break here. I'm here. Which game should we head to next? I was wondering if we can check Nodirbek's game because it's clear, yeah, Nodirbek has great chances to eliminate. I mean, Kosteniuk has great chances to eliminate Nodirbek. There you have it. Alexandra Kosteniuk has a nice position here. You can see Nodirbek going all out for the win. So take. Yeah, the last move, a5, perhaps not the best because it does drop this pawn. But this is how Vaishali plays. She likes to play provocatively, and that is her brand of play. Nodirbek lost in a very, very interesting way. Yeah, Nodirbek has the best chances perhaps at the FIDE circuit spot. And then going on to Anand's game here. He's playing against Shreyas. And Shreyas has a very strong knight here, but he's blundered. He's just blundered, I think. Wow. Vishy has a strong move now, guys. What should Vishy play? How did Shreyas make such an error? I think Shreyas has thought of something and he's missed something here. So, the thought is rook takes d6, ed, queen e2, rook e2. Sorry, I want to take not first rook d6, queen d6, ed6, rook d2, d7, rook d2, stopping. But I believe he had thought of rook e1, Shreyas, and to mate and queen. But what was the move that he missed here? And you can see Vishy is calculating. Not easy for Vishy to calculate all of this. But what is the move that he has missed here? Black to play. Oh, takes it. Vishy finds it. Nice. Nice job, guys. Vishy, Anand, and I think this is the variation. We are going down that path. Let's go, boys. Take. Take. Vishy takes on e2. d7. You can see that Shreyas very quick to make his moves. He knows that he has seen this, but maybe this one move he missed there. Rook d2. And now he's going to blitz out rook e1 because that's the only way you can justify your piece sacrifice. And now he's threatening to checkmate more than anything else. But black has the amazing move. Yes. Bishop e4. Vishy plays it, and I'm sure that it has come as a big surprise to Shreyas. And the main thing is nothing but the clearance of a square on h7. You take with whichever piece you want. I'm going to take on d7, and then you are just a pawn down. Beautiful, beautiful. Vishy in good spirits now. You can see Vishy making the move, getting up, kind of excited. The bar is showing 23 moves, 0.19. How many moves are done? Oh, 20, 30 moves are done actually. Be Rakshit Bhai, why is the bar delayed even more by 15 minutes? Have you delayed it? Maybe. Yeah, it would be Pragg versus Vishy. Actually, if all our Indians go ahead, then out of 8 there would be 6 Indians, so they're bound to play each other. I mean, something's going wrong with the bars. What's happening? Oh my god. Guys, which game would you like to go to next? Let's see. Pragg? Okay, let's go to Pragg's game with Victor Bologan. I think Victor Bologan couldn't sort of play calmly anymore. He said, I'm going all out. But if he had played calmly, his position was pretty good. I think black is doing well here. But white is doing much, I mean, white is better. So somehow g5 is a little bit too rash. And let's see what Pragg does next. I don't know what happened on the bars, but now they seem much better. But something is going on. I hope they will be fixed. Arjun has won, yes. I think most interesting game definitely is Raunak, because in a way Raunak is has beaten Parham in the first game. And you can see here what we thought did happen: a3, d4, knight went in, queen d5, attacking the knight, knight c5. Ooh, nice move. If queen c5, ab, attacking the queen and the rook. Nice. So he played knight c6, b4, and now he took. Oh my god, what a game. And now Raunak went bishop b2. Nice. Because if you take here, I'm still taking here and then taking here. But if you go back, now, wow. Raunak Sadhwani playing top class chess today, making Parham Maghsoodloo to think in a complex position where 19 moves have been completed and 10 minutes are left. Hmm. Let's have a look at one angle which I have, which I want to just show you. Let's see if I can get that on the screen. Um, and maybe then we can decide which boards to go to from there. Look at this. Yeah, there we see Vishy versus Shreyas, Vidit versus Topalov. Then we have Alireza versus Vaishali. Then Arjun's board, which has ended. And Raunak and Sindarov. So this has all the people there. Maybe we can choose one and then we can go there. So which one would you like? Vishy? Everyone's like, keep this only. We don't want to see any game. Okay, guys. Let's just go first with Vishy's game and see how Shreyas reacted after that move. So, after this very shocking sequence where Vishy took, which was great calculation by him, by the way, and found this move, his opponent took. He took the pawn back, check, king up, bishop e4, check, g6, and f5 was played. Now, very important moment, because guys, imagine you play g5. Why is this a bad move? I would love if 100 people can answer this. Guys, let's go. Why is this a bad move? Yes, absolutely. f6 is a classy mate, because look, you give a check here, the rook controls both these squares, the pawn controls now this square, and the bishop controls this square. So the king is completely mated. But Vishy finds the best way. He gives a check, king moves up, and now will take. So earlier, if he would have taken, problem, because check and you lose the rook. But with this check, now I can take. And now if Shreyas takes here, king g7, and black is better. I have check and I can win this. So Vidit now under time pressure, which is not a new story for sure. Vidit has been coming under time pressure for a lot of time. Let's just look at this here. And Vidit is playing against Topalov. We can see how his position is looking. So after the queen went in and offered a trade and he dropped back, h6 was played, h4, bishop d5, h5, rook c6 takes, and this is the live board position with us. The pars are not working. So although I think Topalov is doing well, with its queen trade will help him to come closer to a draw. So queen e8 seems okay. Rook c1, knight f5, queen f4, and maybe this position will end in a draw. Let's say take. Yeah, this looks drawish in nature, but maybe something to play for black here because of the open c file. So yeah, he's thinking right now with it. He's played queen d6. Topalov has 16 minutes. They have 6 more moves to make. Yes, all the bars are now updated well on time. So thank you there. Firouzja versus Vaishali. This is going to be a big clash now because both of them very low on time. We saw that Firouzja got into trouble in the opening. This is looking really good for Vaishali. Queen b4. She can also start to simply push slowly over here. This is great. She plays queen b4, and now Alireza is thinking. maybe rook b8, there is bishop a7, followed by this hanging. But imagine that you play queen c8. How do you continue here with white? White to play. Mohammed says, I'm here for Victor. Nice. Let's have a look at Victor versus Pragg in a bit. F4 says Vasu. Not bad. Not bad. Sanket, I love your suggestion. Rook a3. I would have seriously considered this to activate it this way. Great job. Chaitanya Patil, little bit, you can say, less imaginative, this move. But sometimes the best moves do not need imagination, just good discipline. So, yeah. So, Vishy better. Let's go to Victor Bologan against Pragg. We saw g5, b4, and knight g8. Good move. Takes, takes. f4, f5. Yeah, interesting position here. I mean, on one hand, you could take this pawn. But on the other, it does get very complicated, like with here and this hanging. Himang says, do we know Raunak's trainer now? Maybe Srinath? Maybe Srinath helps him a bit. He's also part of Vaka, I believe. So a lot of people helping him. Let's play chess. Welcome to Backer of Indian Chess. And meanwhile, Raunak is winning. Wow. Raunak Sadhwani might make it 2 in a row against Maghsoodloo, which is insane. That too in a complicated position. Amazing. So important battles here. And we have our first believer of this stream, Saksham Bhatt. Thank you so much, Saksham Bhai, for your contribution. Rishabh Naik was maybe the first one. Donated 101. Thank you, Rishabh and Saksham, for going to helpchess.org and helping. There you can see Raunak. Plays knight b3, a good move. Putting pressure here. Attacking this knight here. Guys, just a second, I'll be back. Okay, guys, let's go. Nodirbek is completely winning against Kosteniuk. What a crazy complicated game. Takes Queen C4. Takes Knight F5. Plays A5. Takes. Check. Wow. Nodirbek actually just winning on demand, yeah. Puts the knight, Queen H3, and I mean, even if this position is not clear to you, what is very clear is that black is a pawn up and will win another pawn. So Nodirbek doing well there, being able to outwit his opponent. You can see him there on your screen, very focused. Meanwhile, you can see Vidit Gujarati getting a bit intense now. Things with Vidit no longer as simple as we thought they would be, perhaps, because both of them under some time pressure, but they have now on move 27. So I think they will make the move 30 mark easily. Let's check what's up with Pragg actually. Because if you see the time here on the screen, Pragg has only 6 minutes left on the clock. And his last move was jumping in. Okay, here's the first question, guys. What if I just take? You will take, and I take. What's the move that black should be playing here? Yes, Ramesh Babu, Domaraju, Santosh, Erigaisi, well done. The move here, Parth Lonkar, Anand Singhal, Bishop B5, attacking the rook. It's not so easy to play now. Rook E1 I'll take, or I'll even take here with a check, and then your rook would be hanging. So rook F2 only one, maybe. But then I take, queen takes, and now a very key move, check. And I'm winning here. And this is winning for black. So yeah, this is interesting play here by Pragg. And he's putting a lot of pressure on his opponent, who's down to 8 minutes 38 seconds, has to make 10 moves, while Pragg has 6 minutes 37 seconds. Look at Vishy there, by the way. He's not even looking at his game. He's just looking at the big screen there, because I feel he's very confident about his chances now. Check, rook a1, king g7, rook a4, rook b7, rook a2. And now this pawn is hanging. I don't see a way to defend against it. Maybe here to win this pawn takes king f3, king f6. देवाशीष says भाई कल से अमृता को बुलाना आपका भी मन लगा रहेगा. अरे अरे. No, I am enjoying this actually. It's pretty much fun for me, but right now you can see that, oh, this has happened actually. What we were saying has happened. King f3, and now Vishy is thinking whether I should take this pawn or move the king. Jonathan says Vishy looks so young through this camera. Yeah, Vishy is amazing. Yeah, evergreen. Rohit says Sagar Bhai Hari Krishna is making comeback to 2700. He gained 9 ELO points, won 4 games and is 2697. Today he played Leon and drew his game. Nice. Thank you, Rohit, for this update. Anirudh says Sagar, I'm looking at Singapore tickets. Can you tell me what are the extra perks come with VIP tickets as compared to day pass? The website doesn't really mention anything. Maybe a good idea to interview the organizers, because every time they have different things. Like last time, I remember, if you have VIP tickets, you get a much more front row. You can also visit some very restricted area. There are also food, and there's one room where you get food, refreshments. You also get that. And yeah, sometimes you get some merch. So yeah, these are the things you can get. Meanwhile, Shreyas is a big fighter. Yeah, so Vishy has to be careful here. He could have taken this pawn, but now he's gone king e5. Let's see. It's not going to be easy to win this for Vishy. There will be some work. Now, we have news in here that Vaishali is better. Let's go and check what's happening with Vaishali. Wow, Vaishali is turning on the heat. Firouzja, is he a little bit in trouble? Is Firouzja in trouble? Is the big question. Look at that. What happened here was, after rook a3, f5, ef, knight f6, she went c4, queen takes. And now Vaishali has to be very brave and pick up this pawn. Now, it can get very messy, because rook can come here, this rook can come here, and then this pawn would hang. So, I'm wondering what is on on Firouzja's mind. So, let's say rook b8, queen takes, rook b2, queen takes. Now this is hanging, and these are super strong pawns. Yeah, this is actually, she takes it, right? She snatches the pawn. Let's go. What a move there by Vaishali. Amazing move. She's attacking the pawn here. She's now pawn up. What is Alireza Firouzja going to do, guys? It's an important moment now. How many moves left? We have 11 more moves to make. Alireza has 3 minutes 43 seconds. We are on move number 19. Guys, remember the time control in this tournament. You have to make 30 moves in 1 hour. Guys, let's focus on this game. Come on, let's focus. Alireza comes back with his queen. And he's like, I'm defending this pawn. But can Vaishali simply come back with her queen? Because it's a free pawn. I can just move my queen now. Queen c3 with the idea of b4. And Alireza now has 3 minutes 39 seconds. Vaishali has 6 minutes 10 seconds. Look at the focus on Vaishali's face. Fully zoned in. Can Vaishali defeat Alireza and take the game into tie breaks, because she lost the first game? I guess Vaishali is also thinking about something very elegant, which is bishop a7. Stopping rook b8. Putting your bishop here. But, oh, she goes queen b4, which is equally good. Good move there by. And rook b8 played by Alireza, hitting the queen. The queen can move backwards now. Queen c3. Chess Guru says, I think Alireza currently the best player across all formats. It will be a great achievement for Vaishali. Yes. She has to play carefully. She's better. Queen d2 played. Queen comes to f5. Now, what is this move, Alireza? Can I not go b4 now? b4, knight e4, attacking the queen. Queen b2. Looks good. Nightbot says, rooting for Vishy today. To show my support, I have liked the stream and subscribed. Have you? अरे दोस्तों like कर दो दोस्तों. This is an amazing matchup now. Queen f5, Alireza in trouble. He has 3 minutes 5 seconds. Vaishali has made her move. h3. Knight jumps to e4. Alireza is known for his speed. He can make like many moves in just few seconds. But for now, he is in trouble. But I was a bit surprised that Vaishali had to play h3 and she didn't go b4. Maybe she didn't like this knight e4 business with queen b2. Or maybe knight g4 could be an idea. But nonetheless, h3 is a very respectable move. Himang says, to be honest, if Shreyas holds this, it would be epic. True. Shreyas also under big pressure against Vishy. Meanwhile, while Vaishali is fighting on time, we have another Indian who's fighting on time. Very quickly, let's head over to that. Vidit Gujarati versus Vaishali Topalov. And there, Vidit is having last move to make now. Okay, I don't think this is time trouble, but he's clearly better. He can now grind the position. Look at this move, bishop here. The rook actually has to go back all the way, because if you come here, I have bishop a6. If you go rook d7, I have bishop b5. So clearly have to be careful here. And Pragnananda is the other Indian who is still playing under time trouble. My God, Pragg's position has to be carefully studied. Takes bishop b5. And now this knight is hanging. The rook is hanging. Pragg is better now. Pragg is better. He's got a good position. But coming back to Vaishali's game, because I feel this is the key game of today. So she goes queen c2, which is a good move. And Alireza now has 1 minute 38 seconds. We are on move 23. You can see on the bars below, there's also a move number mentioned. There's no increment, guys. There's no increment. Divyendu says, Sagar, as a well-wisher, you look visibly tired, brother. See if you can seek help with such long games. Yeah, I'm sure that someone will come in and I will also take some rest. h5 by Alireza. With just 1 minute left, he has to make 7 moves, guys. Alireza is treading in dangerous waters here. What about f3 now? Should we trade queens with f3? It's not a bad move to take. And then make the game a little bit one-sided, but also b2 is hanging. So h5, I'm wondering. Himang says, why Abhyudaya ko commentary pe bulao? Arey, Abhyudaya is in the hall, guys. I think somewhere. He must be shooting or editing something. Or maybe he's somewhere. I have no clue where he is. Maybe he just went on a party tonight. Yeah, London evening, Monday evening. Temperature is 9 degrees outside. Okay. Okay. Pragg is winning. Let's go. Pragnananda. जिंदगी की तो रक्षा करता है प्रज्ञानंदा. Queen a6. Rook e1. Rook d8. Takes. And can Pragg just take? Yeah, just take it. He's a piece up now. So takes here. And now let's go to the game of Vaishali, because the time pressure is getting very real there. And look at Vaishali's focus. She has to make a move. She's not made a move since 2 minutes now. Oh my god. Vaishali, what are you thinking? Go. Let's go. What did she play? F3? No. Rook b3. Oof. Maybe she missed Alireza's next move. Very nice move, by the way. Will Alireza find it? The move is knight g3. Crazy move. But Alireza has only 50 seconds. He has to make 6 more moves. 7 actually, to be precise. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 7 moves. Guys. 7 move. In 40 seconds. Alireza, you will lose the game. Maar diya. Oh, not the best move. Vaishali also takes it back. Tuck. And now Alireza goes g5. Bye. g5 on the board. People joining in saying, what? Vaishali playing Alireza on the attack with 28 seconds. He has to make 5 more moves. Okay. While Vaishali has 1 minute 38 seconds. Let's go. Vaishali. Maybe Queen d1 to attack h5. But it's such a tough position. And Vaishali is not the best of speed players. So she might get a little bit worried here. But Queen d1, Queen c2, Queen d3, all these moves are pretty good. Vaishali, play. 1 minute left. 1 minute left. While Alireza can handle this, I don't think Vaishali can. Vaishali has to play. Go for it, Vaishali. Come on. Vaishali needs to play. But Vaishali, why shall she? Let's go, Vaishali. She's got stuck. She's going to lose on time. She goes Queen d3. Good move. And Alireza now down to 20 seconds. Pushes pawn to g4. Vaishali pushes her pawn to h4, which is not the bad move. Still Vaishali having advantage. Rook b8 played. And now very important to drop the bishop back. Goes b3. And nice move there by Alireza. Finds this very cute trick. Because now queen takes. Can go knight takes. Queen takes queen. Rook takes queen. e4 is the move, which is very powerful now. So takes. We are on move 29. And I think both of them reached move 30. Oh, he makes a mistake. Rook d2. He had to play this, because if fg there is rook e3. He missed it. He plays knight f5. And now Vaishali already has 30 minutes extra on the clock. Now she can think. Let's go. And now, guys, rook b2 kheliye. And we can still fight for the full point, because now if knight e3, fe3, I'm pawn up. But if knight h4, still a better position for white. You have the bishop. You have a very nice majority here. So looking good. Still looking slightly good for Vaishali, even though there were some back and forths under time pressure. But is Pragnananda also Are we through all time pressures? Yes, we are. We are through all 30 moves के बाद 50 moves पे time pressure. Meanwhile, Pragg has just won his game against Victor Bologan. We can see there Pragg arranging his pieces, and he played well. He has 2 out of 2 today, Pragg. This is how the game ended. Okay, if you take here, f4 just wins. King f2. If you take here, I have a check. Intermezzo. Okay. Let's see what Vishy Anand is up to. He's winning. Vishy is better. Let's see how this game shapes up. We have 3 results now. Nodirbek also has 1, which means we will have first Armageddon today at 10 p.m. with Nodirbek. Pragg wins 2-0. Let's go to Maghsoodloo versus Raunak. And look at this. Raunak cannot lose this position, which means that Raunak is going to get into the next round against Maghsoodloo. Whoa! Raunak OP ho jaye in the chat, guys. Let's have Raunak OP. Chai Tam says, how did Arjun have 1 hour 45 minutes? Because he started with an hour. Then after 30 moves, he got 30 minutes. Then he got 30 minutes again after 50 moves. So he must have made his moves very quickly to get 1 hour 50 minutes, 45 minutes. Yeah, guys, Raunak doing very well. Yeah, format is brutal, guys. Format is very brutal. It's like in a game you have time pressure 3 times, not once. There's so many decisive games here. The Sindarov versus Maxim, was there anything that happened? Oh, look at the white king where he is. Not easy, this position for black. Maybe there can be some ideas with f4, f5. Let's go to Vidit. So here, this is the position. Anirudh says, you work too hard, Sagar. I've been completely engrossed in chess since the Olympiad, thanks to you and the team. We are so lucky to be there witnessing the golden era of Indian chess and to have someone like you covering it. It's all a teamwork. In fact, we often go to events with a team, like 3-4 of us. And even back home, there's a huge team working together. So it's never alone. Although I enjoy doing a lot of things. It's physically impossible to do everything. That's the amount of chess that's being played across the world. And what is Vidit trying to do here? Is he threatening to take the pawn, at least a pawn here, or does he want to trade the rooks? Yeah, subscriber count we can add later. This time we decided not to add it. Well, let's see what Vishy is up to. Is Vishy winning? Because to see Vishy in action is pure joy. Pure joy. He's slowly and steadily moving ahead with spawns. Like here. Yeah, Vishy is doing this well, actually. Very well, to be precise. What if rook b7? c5. Again, attack here. a3. Yeah, that's what is going to happen now. Now, Firouzja versus Vaishali. Moving there. Vaishali. Oh, Vaishali, Firouzja. Everyone left the board. Look at this. No one's there. Do you think Pragg is a favorite against Vishy? I think so, yes. I feel like anyone who plays chess regularly is a favorite against the one who doesn't play regularly if their rating is close by. Meanwhile, a big shout out to Afzal for contributing 100 rupees on helpchess.org. Guys, if you are enjoying this broadcast and want to support Indian chess, please do contribute to Help Chess. It will help a lot of young kids to be able to pursue their passion of chess. It's not for profit, it's a charitable trust that we run. And we are supporting many youngsters, many talents. We've already spoken about many of them becoming IMs and GMs and whatnot. Well, Vaishali is thinking here whether she should be pushing her pawn now. She pushes it forward. B4 is on the board. She pushes it. Let's go, Vaishali. Let's go. Good move. Wanting to push B5. Nandida has become the national champion. Yes, exactly. Nandida PV is the national champion of India. And it's amazing that the national champion gets to take home 7 lakh rupees. That's a big one. Yes, guys, I will sleep after this stream. Also in India, it's quite late, yeah? 23:54. Knight f5. Firouzja brings the knight back. To beat a player of Firouzja's caliber from such a position is so tough. Like, for example, let's say I hastily push the pawn. Takes, takes, and now a very cool move, g3. And now my king cannot come out easily. If you play king f1, trying to come out from here, then h4. And I have this passer creation threat. So I feel like you shouldn't give up the bishop. You should move it, but where? Bishop here, bishop here. Guys, check the players out in the main playing hall. And yeah, look at all of them. Very focused. Brucifer says, Sagar bhai, watching from Denver, Colorado. Love your stream. Thank you, Brucifer. Guys, I'm going to be back in a couple of minutes. Please follow the action here. We're going to lead into one of the games out of these. Welcome every back to this broadcast, and thank you everyone for who stayed back through this. Vishy Anand is on his way to victory. He is grinding this out and he's looking good. Let's go over to his position as well. You can see that Vishy has right now these nice pawns. His opponent has just moved his rook, threatening to capture the pawn. And then now Vishy can already push the pawn down the board, and after takes check the king can go up, and after you take this one I can just move the pawn, and already this is unstoppable. So yeah, clearly this is good for Vishy. Shreyas has like 7 minutes now to figure some things. I mean, Vishy has 35 minutes now, a lot of time. So that game doesn't look great for Shreyas. We go to Topalov. Topalov is right now having some time crunch against Vidit. 17 minutes, but he has to make 18 moves. But I think Vidit understands that he's not really in danger in this position. Like, imagine if I take the queen, takes, and now, I mean, I could start off with a check first, which I think he wants to do because this is not a good move. Why is this not a good move, guys? White to play. Why is this not a good move? White to play. Yes, Rakshit, Venkatesh, Deven, Sinan, well done. Bishop c7. Just stopping the rook from activating. And yeah, this is gone. This position is bad for Topalov. So if Vidit does decide to take here, he will first give a check and then take so that his rook is inside the position. But you know, beating Vidit with black pieces is very tough. He's one of the most solid players out there. So after this, so we saw Vishy winning, Vidit winning. We'll go to Raunak Sadhwani. I get this feeling from Raunak's game that, of course, he cannot lose this, but also winning is very tough. This position, he's exchange up, he has rook for a knight and no pawns. So yeah, this one doesn't look great. And then we look at MVL versus Sindarov. Let's see what's going on there. And it's equal. Yeah, it's equal. White looks nice with his king active, but it looks equal. So we will go into tie break into this one. We already have one tie break, which is Nodirbek Kosteniuk. And now we go to Vidit Topalov and once again, yeah, Alireza versus Vaishali. So Alireza Vaishali, she went b5, knight f5, and we were talking about how it's important to sort of remove your bishop here from here. Maybe bishop d2. Because the most natural move here for anyone is to push, but turns out to be not the best because of take and g3. It's not an easy sort of continuation to think because you are down in material, you are a pawn down and you are trying to trade. Maybe you are not pawn down anymore, but you're trying to trade. But it works. This and g3, h4, very good. Has Raunak become much stronger and matured recently? Yes, I'm sure he's growing strength to strength here. And generally, you need one tournament which goes your way, and then you can really be in top notch sort of form. Oh, meanwhile, Vidit's game did take this path where Vidit took, and yeah, there was a check. So Vidit did take on g5. Sorry. But then came a check, and this is the live board. Yes, Johnny Madison. It's a very interesting book, Thinking Inside the Box by Jakob Agard. It's a tough one, I would say, but also has many stories. And also on the first page of the book, when you open it, is a picture of me and Amruta with Jakob. So I like the book a lot. Meanwhile, Alireza has just made a move. Wonder what he played there. Oh, he took AB. And now CB. Of course, Vaishali is going to take with the pawn, but also she can take with the rook. That also feels just okay. We have 4 games that have ended, I think. No, 3 games, 5 games that are going on. Vishy is doing it in style here against Shreyas. And I like how Vishy is actually agreed to play in this tournament. Not at all easy for him. But he's like, let's go. Let's try something. Let's not give up. Aryan says, how can one play under time pressure without making illegal moves? Yeah, well, here you have enough time. You have to plan your time. So you have 60 minutes to make 30 moves. Plan it well. Try not coming under time pressure. And I think that's the only solution. Top players, no matter how good they are, when time runs low, they will have to bang the clock. Sometimes not easy for people. Okay, Vaishali is essentially thinking still, not made her move. RPDXB says, watching from Dubai. Great work, dude. Thank you, RP. Arvind is 2701. Nice. Amit Rai says, go to Raunak's board. Actually, Raunak's game seems drawish somehow. Although he's better clearly. I mean, drawish in the sense it won't be easy to break in. Here, this is my feeling. Gut feeling. Yeah, these pawns are also doubled. So I would actually take a draw here. But Parham wouldn't even agree to a draw. But maybe he would, seeing that there is no hope left. Nice. Topalov versus Vidit is heating up, guys. Bishop e8. So he's attacking here, but the knight has just dropped back. Parth, Raunak is still playing 1-0, and it's the second game. Yes, this is happening in London, Mada Dharmik, in the Hotel Langham. Manuir says, Sagar, I've been watching chess on and off, but I really want to learn. What's the best way to start? And if you want to seriously begin, then this book chess course is a good one. I think it helps. Vidit will face very likely Arjun in the next round if he manages to win. But for now, it's still some days away. You know, this position is not completely dull. Although Vidit is a pawn up, it's not so simple. Yeah, Vibhor says 8 days, 8 hours of chess, 4 days, 8 hours of chess. Not easy for the finalists. It's true. Niroshan says watching from Sri Lanka. Siddhant says, Sagar, I love your dedication. I got into chess through your and some old stream. Love your commentary and insights into the game. Keep up the good work. Thank you. By the way, guys, I must tell you, the place where I am right now in the hotel is one of the best hotels in the world and in UK, in London. It's called Langham. I don't know if you have ever been here, but it's outstanding. Everything's just top notch here. Sachin says, Sagar, nice to see Vishy sir win in a classical Bishop versus Knight. Let's follow Vishy, yeah. So Vishy is winning and we should follow it. Because I think his opponent might resign here. Especially because this pawn is unstoppable. Say for example you play here. Then I should find a great move, which is Rook E1. So that this queens. Nice. So Vishy's move Rook E2 very accurate, yeah, very nice move. Sachin Gholabji, thank you. So many questions, yeah. Sagar bhai, are you practicing for team chess against Levy? No, unfortunately not. Me and Tanya wanted to prepare and work, but unfortunately we couldn't get time. There was too much of things to do. And so we'll try and play just whatever we can. But Shreyas is not making his move. Yeah, now down to 1 minute on the clock. Okay, it's final move. When is the candidates? Well, candidates will happen in 2025. Let's go to Maghsoodloo versus Raunak. Oh, Raunak has now a big advantage. Let's see if the position has changed in any way. Oh, meanwhile, we did have Shreyas making a move. I don't know what it was. He played Bishop B5. Maybe just Rook E1. The idea of A2 A1. or even a2. Okay, going back to Raunak game now. So king h5, rook f5. Okay, I'm not sure how to win this. Maybe rook a6 was the winning idea. Not so sure. Not so sure. But yeah, if the rooks are traded, this can end the problems. Here, white can win if the rooks are traded, but black is not going to trade the rooks. Alireza versus Vaishali, still equal. Vaishali giving Alireza a great fight. That's what she's good at. She was a last minute replacement at this event. She was planning not to play but just accompany Pragg. But then she got the invite. She decided to play. Just before the event, she fell ill, had to be hospitalized for some time. But here she is fighting again. Singer tactics says what makes Vidit so strong. I think overall Vidit's just ability to objectively play positions. I think a lot of this objectivity also comes from Anish Giri, with whom he worked. But yeah, Vidit is pretty good. Yeah, talking about Vidit, let's just have a look at his game. Vyaktitva says, I started playing chess in 2020 after watching Samay and you now have completed more than 10,000 games on both Lee Chess and CDC. Also won a trophy and played in North Zone. Thank you so much. Thank you, Vyaktitva. That's very cool to know. And a huge congratulations to you. Oof. Topalov not playing his move yet. Okay, Anand's winning quite clearly because this pawn is just 2 steps away from queening. Oh, maybe he can. Bishop c4. I wanted to play to stop and sacrifice the bishop for the pawn. But what's the problem here, guys? What chances of Gukesh winning versus Ding we have got? I think very high. Very good chances. Excellent. Yes, rook e4 check. Good job, guys. Check, and you win the bishop. Guys, all the 6 players here on your screen now. Okay, guys, let's head back now. We are here. Vidit Gujarati. Vishy Anand has just won his game. And Vidit is here playing against Bologan. Oh, sorry, Topalov. Okay, so takes rook a6, e5, de, bishop c6, and this is the position. So right now, Vidit takes, rook takes, and meanwhile Vaishali's game has just ended right now. She has drawn her game. I think so. Against Firouzja. So you're seeing like Vaishali did have her chances today, but she couldn't take it. So in the end, a repetition, Firouzja moves ahead. And I like how Firouzja is suggesting certain moves and opportunities to Vaishali. Going back to Vidit's game against Topalov now. This is I think a very straightforward position here for Vidit because he'll take and then bring his rook back. But maybe a better move here was b4. So if rook c3, you have a4. But maybe Vidit's move is fine. He wants to win this pawn. Guys, we already have two Armageddons planned. We have the first one between Nodirbek and Nodirbek is taking on Kosteniuk. And the second one is between I guess there's only one, yeah. Rook b4 played. Yeah, Kirill Shevchenko, I'm not so sure about it. I am not yet. Sindarov and MVL also true, yeah. So Sindarov MVL. The Indians who have already qualified are Pragg, Arjun, and Vishy. Pragg and Vishy playing tomorrow against each other. What a matchup that is. Very cool. Uh, you know, when 2018 Tata Steel happened and Pragg played with Vishy, I think that was the first time. Two games and he lost both of them. But now Vishy Pragg is a favorite after 6 years. Raunak is also playing here. So if both Raunak and Vidit qualify, then we have 5 Indians out of 6 who would have qualified. But 10 a.m. is the match. Raunak versus Maghsoodloo. So rook a8, rook h1, king g3, h5, check. Not so easy, but this is totally winning now. Check, king g6. Guys, if black plays king g5, what's the winning move? He plays king g6, but can you find it? Arjun Vidit, Vishy, Pragg. Wow. And if Raunak wins, then Raunak Firouzja. Yes, MOBA edits, well done. It's just winning. Check. Mate. By the way, one question is, can we not just take here and win? Like, take. But maybe it creates some technical difficulties, yeah? So, I believe that Raunak may want to do it in a much more easier way, and he has an easier way, which is g5, takes, and now rook e8, threatening a mate. And it's an attack which cannot be stopped. Heading over to Vidit's game against Topalov. King g3, g5, takes. Vaishali gained 1.8 elo points. Nice. Nima Rezian says Sagar Alireza will win the tournament. Could be. Could be. Very good chances of Alireza. Yeah, I mean, Raunak will be a good opponent against. Definitely a good opponent against Alireza. And will be fun to see. Topalov, of course, I mean, he's trying his best, but I mean, beyond a moment, how much can you fight, yeah, against someone who's just played the candidates? Raunak goes for the not so clever approach here. He takes on h5. Uh, I mean, maybe it's the easiest way. They trade. King takes, and now rook b6. And Parham resigns. In fact, it was the cleverest way to win. Fantastic. Raunak beats Parham, not just like beats him, but beats him 2-0. That's a huge result. It's a huge result. Congratulations to Raunak Sadhwani. Going now to Topalov versus Vidit. I would say the toughest competitor for in this tournament was Raunak for Parham and Sindarov for MVL. Both very strong players. I wouldn't put Topalov as such a strong opponent, although his classical rating is almost equal to Vidit. But it's clear that Vidit is stronger than Topalov. One Indian guaranteed of playing final, says Tanishq. Wow, that's some calculation. I didn't even think about it. But let's just have a look if Tanishq is right. We have Erigaisi versus Vidit coming up, and Anand versus Pragg. One of them will win. So let's say Erigaisi Vidit, someone wins, goes to the semis, and someone from Pragg. Yeah. But not sure, no? You will go to finals? Yeah. Guys, it's looking good because see, all four are Indians there. So one Indian in final is confirmed. It could be Vidit, Arjun, Anand, or Pragg. Nice. Who would you think? And on the other end, we have only Raunak who's fighting on the other end alone because Vaishali got eliminated. So if Raunak beats Firouzja, then he makes it to the semis. Interesting. Interesting. Lone warrior there, Raunak. Check. King e3, rook g2. Pragg for final says Udit. Babu Rao says Vidit. Arjun versus Firouzja final says Gummy Bear. So we have Alexandra versus Nodirbek. Alexandra has white pieces and will start at 10 p.m. And Sindarov versus Maxim is at 10:20. Nodirbek got 8 minutes. Sindarov, Maxim 7 minutes 36 seconds for Maxim. Interesting. 2:30 p.m. is the first, and then 2:50. And meanwhile, Vidit has just won his game. I'll just eat something now for sure. There you see. Vidit winning takes, and good game here by Vidit. So tomorrow is Vidit Arjun. Woo! Quite an intense matchup there. Pragg Vishy, I would definitely say Pragg slight favorite. But in Arjun Vidit, I would say less to choose from perhaps because Vidit does have a decent score against Arjun. I mean, if there's someone he would prefer playing, it would be Arjun maybe. Nikaru says, I've been watching since 3 p.m. and just saw that Sindarov is also playing. Yeah, we didn't cover Sindarov's game so much, Sindarov MVL. But it was kind of even game. Like both played well. Should we stream it, guys? That is the question. Because we will record it for sure. But do we stream it? Mayank says any news on the lineup of Chennai GM? Maybe. Maybe very soon. They are doing at 10 and 10:20. These two games. Let's see. I mean, maybe we can ask. I think maybe I can end it and then we can post both the Armageddon games. I like how Topalov and Vidit are still analyzing. Amazing. Yeah, tomorrow is going to be a very crazy day. But also tomorrow is my match or day after? In this team blitz. Team blitz. Team blitz chess. Or team, what is it called? Team chess. Battle 2. Schedule. October 16th, not 15th, guys. So tomorrow is 15th. So tomorrow is not the match. Day after, I play against James Canty and Levi Rosman. Okay. Vidit, actually, yeah, it's 15th in India, right? So tomorrow's full day I don't have to play. So then I should play day after. Got it. It's during semi-finals. So tomorrow is quite an intense day. I'm glad it's not there. Um, and yeah, let's just look at what happened to the ratings. Vidit has moved some spaces up. He actually gained 10 elo points today for beating Topalov twice, which is actually a huge thing for Vidit. I think today is a big day for Vidit. He not only won a crore, but also gained 10 elo points. 10 elo points, I generally was earlier putting something like 10,000 rupees for a 1 elo point at my level. But I think at Vidit's level, we can put like each point is worth maybe 1 lakh. So 10 means he earned another 10 lakh. Pragg gained how much? 6.2 elo points. Armu says Topalov saying rematch game नहीं माना जाएगा. Topalov loves chess. He's clearly missing chess. Vidit is like, I want to go and have dinner. सागर भाई जाने से पहले रफा नडाल के बारे में कुछ शब्द. भाई क्या हो गया राफेल नडाल? Did he? Oh, today refuses Rafael Nadal's. भाई क्या है? Did he retire? Oh, today he retired. Actually, if I have to compare someone to Rafael Nadal in chess, whew, I think someone who is maybe Caruana, I would put. No? I felt like he's always having so much of grit, you know? Like while Federer was like always like smooth, Nadal always felt like he always had to work hard for everything, you know? But he did it. He would work hard for everything. Harsh Chavan, thank you for gifting 5 memberships. It's very cool. No, I mean, whenever I was watching their encounters, I always used to root for Federer. So I understood his play much more. But I think I appreciate Nadal much more now. He used to have always these band-aids on his hand, on his fingers. He used to always be undergoing surgeries. Very, very gutsy guy, you know. Never giving up. So clearly a legend, yeah. I think I really enjoyed watching tennis back then when it was Federer Nadal. Don't even know Vidit and Topalov. Actually, it's a 15-minute delayed stream, right? I can now see what happens. Do they also still analyze 15 minutes later? Oh my god. They finish like 10 minutes later. Santa Kat says, Sagar how was your experience in Latent? It was good actually. I must say that it was very difficult to sort of crack jokes on the spot. Samay is just too good at it. I feel like Samay is just an absolute phenomenal talent in this. Naturally funny, doesn't have to prepare much. So the Latent works because of him, clearly, and his talent. But of course, there are many people working behind the scenes as well. And I felt that, yeah, like his ability to crack jokes, being having great presence of mind. Armu says one thing I've noticed all GMs, old or young, seem to be really good friends with Vidit. Something to learn from. I remember even Dubo said he's so nice even after losing to him like 5 times. True, true. I agree. I think very few people have any issues with Vidit because I think Vidit mainly gets upset with himself, never with someone. I think that is his biggest problem, you can say, and also maybe the nice thing. Even when he's upset, he's like always, when he has lost, it's with himself. How could I do this or how could I do that? Gaurav says Sagar bhai asked Vidit to host a party, he got 1 crore. Well, I think what I can ask Vidit is to stay in this hotel even if he gets knocked out now because he has money. I think room here in this hotel is something like 500 euros per night or 600 euro, 600 pounds or 500 pounds, which is crazy, yeah, 65k per night. Anushka Devan, thank you for your kind words. Migro says why? Well, I guess it's the history. This place is very historical. Rakshit says as much as Leela Palace in Bangalore. Okay. Okay, guys. I think what I'll do is I will maybe see if I want to cover this or not for now. But I think I'll put up this one here like this and then maybe put a timer. It's still 1.5 hours away. Yeah, it doesn't make sense, yeah, to put this, I feel. What do you think? Don't know. Yeah, I think I'll end it. Yeah, let's end this and then we will do it tomorrow. Okay, guys, take care. Thank you and see you soon. Bye. See you tomorrow, yeah? Tomorrow it will be fun. Vidit versus Arjun, Vishy versus Pragg.